was cool. What is up, guys? Thank you so much for being here. I start all my videos saying that, but I just want to let you know that I'm actually thankful for those of you that are watching this video right now, because some of my videos do really well, some of them don't get as many views, but regardless, if you're watching, I appreciate you. So today I'm talking about a few upgrades that I think you guys should consider, because they don't really cost too much, but at least in my opinion, they kind of make a big impact. They just make the guns a little bit more efficient, a little bit more fun, and better for training. And just overall, they look a little bit cooler. So these are the two MMPs that I've been running. This is the MMP Spec Series in 9mm, and this one's fully set up now. We'll do a full review of this in the future once I finish all the testing. And then this metal looking one, this is my MMP 2.0. It's just the original MMP 2.0, but it's in the process of being upgraded, so it's not quite in its completed form like this guy. I'm hoping to do quite a bit to this, so definitely stick around if you want to see, because at some point this thing's going to be complete and I'll probably do some Cerakote, maybe some slide work, maybe an Apex trigger, we'll see. This is my main carry gun for probably 7 months out of the year. And by the way, both of these are unloaded, so don't freak out. So this is my full-size handgun. I tend to run this like outside the waistband. So if I'm doing any kind of training with like my kit, you know, got my chest rig and all that, I like to do it with this guy and my main AR, which I did a video on that. It's super cool. If you're interested, definitely go check that out. If I could only have one pistol and one rifle, it would be this guy and that rifle I mentioned, which I'll probably do a video on that eventually as well. Now the upgrades that I really want to show you guys are the mag base plates / extensions and Magwells that I received from two different brands, both of them which sent them to me for free. So do with that what you will, but they didn't pay me, they just kind of sent them to me to review, and the only reason they did is because I reached out to them. So it's not like they reached out to me trying to get some positive reviews or whatever, but doing my research and all that, I personally saw a lot of really good things on both of these brands, and so I figured I've got two pistols and I really want to kind of add this to both of them, so I might as well try two different ones, because to be honest, they both looked great. And so far, both of these have been great, so it's kind of just a matter of preference, but I'll get into some of the differences right now. This one's made by a company called Floyds Custom Shop, and they make a lot of cool things, different custom things for MMPs and other handguns as well. They're also based here in Idaho, which I appreciate because that's where I live. And they make different size Magwells, but the one that I ordered was obviously for a full-size MMP. It's the EDC one, and so it's not quite as big, but it's still flared out and just provides that funnel to make it a little bit faster to do your reloads. That way, if you're not like completely accurate, you kind of miss a little bit, it'll kind of just funnel it in. So you don't have to be perfect. You can see there, I'm kind of smacking on the side on purpose. Still goes right in. And even though this gun isn't for EDC, the reason I wanted this one is because it's just a smaller option. They do make the competition one, and obviously it's going to help even more because it's flared out even more, so you can have more room for error when you're reloading. But for me personally, I really like how this one looks and functions. I don't know if you guys can see this, but they even put like a little cutout groove right here, so that way you can grab your mag a little bit easier. And then I did ask for these two mags because I wanted one that would stick out a little bit less, just for the heck of it. And so I've got the +2 base plate and the +6 base plate. And like I was saying earlier, there's preference. Some people like the smoother look of the ones I'm going to show you guys in a second from a different brand, and I like those as well. But I do like how these ones have a little bit of like grooves cut in, or like a design, because it looks cool, but it also just adds to that ability to just remove the magazine if for whatever reason you have like a double feed and the mag is stuck, because typically these mags just fall free. But if you did need to pull them out, both of them provide little shelves or grooves. These ones aren't so little, which is pretty nice. And I'll show you how the smaller one looks here. Almost looks like little shelves, but you can really just grab that and pull it out if you needed to. But like I said, they just fall free. And then this one also falls free every single time. And they do have one that just kind of replaces the factory base plate without adding +2 or +6 or anything. It's just there to replace it to help work with their Magwell, because one thing to know is that the stock flush fitting base plates aren't gonna work with their Magwells. But I've kind of found that to be the case with a lot of aftermarket Magwells. But for me personally, I don't really see it as a problem, because I mean, I'm gonna wanna replace those base plates anyways. I prefer the extra capacity if I could only pick one of these upgrades. Again, if you're gonna get the Magwell, definitely get those base plates as well. And it's not that these Magwells won't work with any of the factory base plates, because it does kind of work with this one. This is just the stock 23 rounder that came with this gun. You can kind of get a little bit caught up, and so it doesn't work quite as well. I think it just can't quite insert all the way. I mean, it's working there. I mean, you can see every time I do it, you just kind of have to do it a little harder, but it works. But overall, you're just better off using the base plates with the same brand Magwell, regardless of which brand that you get, just because they're obviously made to work with each other. And last thing with these Floyds custom ones, base plates and Magwell are both hard anodized aluminum. It's nice because they're very, very durable, but also very lightweight. And that's just a good material to make these out of, which the next brand agrees, because they also are aluminum hard anodized. These Springer Precision ones, they work just as good. And what's funny is I said that the other one's local because they're based in Idaho, and these guys aren't. These ones are based in Oregon, but I think miles, like distance wise, this one might actually be closer to me. But regardless, these are really good base plates as well. And they did send me some Magwells. I did try this out on my M&P Spec series with the mags as well. I mean, it worked just as good. They looked cool. I just kind of felt like this look kind of goes a little bit better with this one, just because of what I plan on doing to it. While this guy I felt looked better just with the overall OD green and black look, with just a little bit of pop of color with the brown light. One difference, well, there's a couple differences. For one, they're designed differently, so these ones, they don't have as big of a shelf to grab onto. You know, it works just as good. I, again, didn't experience any double feeds through the hundreds of rounds, because yes, I've already shot hundreds of rounds with both of these setups. I can tell you that just by feeling it, it doesn't feel like as aggressive of a groove, because it's not. But at the end of the day, I feel like this is still plenty to grab onto. I mean, even if it didn't have any groove on there, you've got a big old thing to grab onto there, so just having any kind of lip should make a big difference. These ones fall free just as easily. And a couple other differences is they are installed a little bit differently, but I didn't find either one of them to be any worse than the other. They both did the job, which is to stay on the mag. You don't want something that starts to come loose. This isn't coming loose. And then they also come in different colors, which is cool. I mean, for those that don't just want black, you know, again, with that gun, I kind of decided I just wanted the black look. This one's the tan anodizing. Just looks like straight up copper to me, but I actually really like that look. I think it's really gonna look good on this setup. Maybe I'll get another short one from them because they offer that as well. Since it is my carry gun, I'm obviously not gonna carry it with this. What I was planning to do is have this as my extra, because I do like to carry an extra mag. That's not gonna make a difference because of the way that you carry it, but when you're carrying it in the gun, that part really tends to print a lot more. The Magwells look a little bit different as well, as the Springer Precision one is just kind of mostly completely smooth along the outside. And obviously this Floyd custom one has a little bit more design to it. But again, it just kind of depends on your preference. Some people might like this more simple look with just a cool little logo on there, and some people might like this one. So as far as price goes on these two main base plates, this Floyd custom one is $40, I believe, and these guys are $35. Maybe because this one seems to have a little bit more machining going on with the deeper grooves and bigger logo on the bottom. I don't know. To me, the $5 doesn't really make a difference. Just pick the one that you like more and that you prefer. So to conclude, just being honest, I don't really think you can go wrong with either. Same materials, very lightweight, and of course they both offer other upgrades for the guns as well. And so maybe if you want to do that, then go with that brand, or if you want to do this, go with that brand. But if you're just getting Magwells and base plates, then I honestly like both. And so you pick. I can tell you from my experience that they both run well, and that you'd be getting a good product regardless of which one you chose. With all that being said, I just want to thank you guys so much for watching till the end of the video. I really appreciate it. And definitely subscribe and stick around for the future so you can see the full review of both of these builds at some point, and some other cool gun videos that I'm working on. Also, don't forget about the like button. Super simple thing you can do. It takes about 1 second, but actually makes a huge difference for my channel, so I would appreciate that as well. But just thank you so much again for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.